Curious about getting started driving for Instacart in 2022, but not sure how much you're going to make? We're going to discuss just that on today's episode. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Tyler from the RideShare Guy. On today's episode, we're going to talk about exactly how much you can make in 2022 driving for Instacart. And stick around to the end where I give you the number one reason why I think Instacart is the best gig that we can do right now, specifically because of how expensive gas is getting. So stick around for that. So first, let's talk about the different ways and how the amount of money you make from Instacart breaks down. So first, you have the batch fee, so how much you get per batch, which is essentially the delivery or the pickup or however you want to word it, but in Instacart, it is referred to as a batch. So that is how much you're going to make per batch. Now, every area is going to be slightly different. In my area, it's $7 per batch, which doesn't sound like a lot, but as you'll see, there's a lot of things that add up along with that batch that get us to exactly what we want and how much we're going to be making. So the batch fee starts at $7 per batch. Now, in addition to that, you're also going to get an additional amount of money if you have to drive a certain distance. So if it's over a few miles, you're going to get extra money for that batch because of that driving extra amount. It's not just really close. So it's not like if you drive really far, you still only get $7. No, if there's additional miles, you get that money in addition to that batch fee. So that's extra money that you're going to make. The next thing is the promotions. So you're going to see batches that have extra amount of money on it. So that could be one that's been sitting for a while that maybe all the other drivers have seen, haven't wanted to do it for whatever reason. Maybe it's just been sitting for a while, but now it needs to get done. So Instacart actually adds a little bit of money to that batch. Sometimes, a lot of times, the ones I see that are like that are ones that have been sitting and there's typically no tip included. We're going to talk about tips in just a minute. And so it's just the batch fee. So people let it sit there because they don't want to get it because they're looking for the higher ones, which are the ones we're going to be looking at and the ones we're going to be talking about. But a lot of times that's when you'll see it, or the customer themselves will actually add to it in order to get that. They'll add a tip. They'll see that no one's picking it up, or they might have received something from Instacart saying that it might be delayed. I have seen it, doesn't happen all the time, but I have seen where sometimes they will add a tip to it, trying to get that done. Now, with that in mind, the next thing and where you're going to make a lot of the money is the tips. These tips are going to change depending on the batch, of course, but sometimes they'll change throughout the course of doing the shopping and everything else. So a lot of times people will tip a percentage of whatever the amount is. So if you have to make changes or refunds, that will affect the amount of the cost of the groceries, which will ultimately change the amount that the tip is. So if you do a lot of refunds, then it's going to lower your tip by whatever that percentage is. Not everybody does it that way. Some people are tipping just a flat rate, and so that doesn't change regardless of whether you do refunds. You're not going to know that until after you're done with the batch, but you will see all of these things in the batch amount before you decide to drive and take it. And so all of this goes into that batch amount, and you see it right from the get-go. You don't have to wonder if there's going to be an added tip or an added amount for miles or promotion. You'll see all of that before you even accept the batch. So you know how much you're going to make per batch before you get started. With that in mind, with few exceptions, I try to accept only if it's about $15 or more. I actually try to get $20 or more, and I'm able to do that. Sometimes I'll take less, like the $15, like I mentioned, if I see it's a few things, especially if it's like an alcohol order where it's going to be two things. You walk in, grab it, and walk out, because those are super quick. You can usually get to the delivery within 20 minutes, and it's $15-20. So if it's a little bit less than my goal of $20 minimum, I'll still take it because you can get that really quick and get to the next batch. Now, how much you're going to make is going to be based off of your area. So some areas, it's not uncommon to be able to make $20, $30, $40 an hour driving for Instacart because you're in a highly populated area. Think of a big city where you're able to get a lot of orders very quickly. You might be very close. Where I live in Florida, in the Tampa Bay area, there's a lot of stores really close by, and so we're able to get a lot of orders. There's a lot of people here. A lot of times the delivery, especially for Instacart, I find is a lot closer to the stores than other delivery services that I've driven for in the past, such as Uber Eats or Doordash or anything like that. You're not driving as far away. Usually the delivery was within a mile of the actual store, which is awesome. So you're driving even less. But ultimately the pay is going to be based off of where you are. So you're going to make more depending on some areas, and not only where you are, but when you're driving. So sometimes the best time to drive is going to be in the morning. First thing in the morning, I have found that in my area to be a very successful time to drive. A lot of people aren't up, they're not out driving, but there's a lot of people requesting groceries. A lot of people, especially the older customer base, they order first thing in the morning, they get their groceries, they plan it out for the week or whatever, and you get their groceries and done to them before noon, and they've got it. Sometimes you've got people making breakfast, they forgot a couple of key ingredients, so they're ordering for breakfast. Whatever it is, I have found in my area that to be the best time for me to drive. So I hit the road by 8 o'clock when I'm going out, and I'm able to make a lot of money. In fact, I typically make more between 8 and noon my time than I do driving from noon till 5. So I usually make it in the morning a lot more, between $20 to $30 an hour in the morning, more than I would in the afternoon, and especially the evening hours. So what I have to say about your area is test it out. Drive all of the hours to find out what is best for your area. Test out early in the morning, test out in the afternoon, test out at night, the weekends. Find out when is the best time for your area to drive, because that's going to be when you want to create the schedule. That's going to be when you do it, and when the best time is, because you want to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Which is my very first tip that I want to give you on how to make even more with Instacart if you're struggling to make it, is to test out different times of the day, test out different areas. Maybe near your home, though it's convenient for you, may not be the best place to drive. Maybe you need to drive a little bit, but test out everything until you find what works best in your area. The second tip I'd like to offer is to treat this like a job. So I know part of the fact that it's a gig economy, we love that we don't have to set a schedule, we don't have to go out and punch a time clock, but treat it like a job in the aspect that if you plan to drive on a certain day, actually go out and drive the full time that you were planning on. Now, if things come up, obviously that's different, but try to treat it as if you were trying to work it as a job, because that'll make it seem a lot easier and you'll get out there and drive a lot more. In that same mindset, you're going to want to dress like it's a job. So no flip-flops and shorts trying to go out there. Instead, dress professionally. Now, you don't have to have a suit or anything like that, but a nice shirt, a t-shirt or a polo would be nice. Jeans, closed-toed shoes, things that make it so you look at least a little bit professional, not just that you just walked out and started driving or delivering, because that's going to not only make you feel better because you're dressed nicer and dressed for the occasion, it's going to let people know that you're professional, and a lot of times will actually raise your tips because people see the extra effort that you put into it. And then my third tip is to just stick to a few stores. So you're going to see batches to all the stores in your area. And when you're first starting out, you should drive and pick up batches from different stores, maybe ones you've never even been in. But once you've gotten used to it, and once you find out what stores are near you, what stores get the most orders, pick just a few stores that you're going to pick from, and that way you become familiar with those stores. So when you go in and Instacart thinks it's going to take you 45 minutes or an hour to do the shopping, you're able to actually do it in 15, 20 minutes because you know that store really well. You know where every single item is, or you're at least able to find it or know the general area. So just become familiar with a few stores, and that way it also makes it easier when you're trying to decide, because when the batch pops up, if it isn't one of your stores that you're familiar with, then it's easy, you don't accept it. So expect with Instacart, depending on your market, to make $15 to $30 an hour. And with our tips, we definitely think you're going to be in the higher bracket of that, because you're going to make the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Now, here's why I think Instacart is the best gig to drive for right now, especially with gas prices the way that they are. With Instacart, I make the most per mile than I do with any other gig that I do. So unlike a regular job, we don't get paid per hour. We get paid for the actual work that we do. And so, yes, you can figure that out to an hourly wage of $15 to $30 an hour, but you can also figure that out per mile. Now, with things like Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, historically, I've tracked where I make about 50 cents to $1 per mile with those things. And that's pretty good considering everything else going on. I like to stay right around $1. That's typically where I am with most of those services. With Instacart, I can do $2 to $3 per mile because I drive a lot less. Now, I work the same amount of hours, but a lot of the time is spent shopping and delivering. So you're not actually driving that much. So you're putting less wear and tear in your car. You're spending less on gas, but you're making the same or more money. So it's actually the best, in my opinion, gig that you can do right now to save money on gas, save on your wear and tear, and make as much, if not more, than other services. So I think it's the best. If this is something you're interested in getting started in, we highly recommend it. The link and everything will be in the description below. Please check it out. We appreciate everything, guys. Please leave a comment in the below if you have any questions or if you've been driving and how much you've been making in your area. We'd love to hear it. Please, we read every single comment. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. There's new episodes that come out every single week. And stay safe out there, everyone.